Good morning, everyone. I'm Luis Ortiz. Today we got the Recteq 1250. That's the big surprise that we ended up doing. I ended up replacing the Pit Boss 1150 for this 1250. Got it assembled as soon as I got it. Did the burn in already, no problem. Now it's time to go ahead and put a brisket in here. And today we are going to put a select brisket injected with a crap ton of tallow, Wagyu tallow, right? You guys already seen everything. I put a whole jar on that thing, and anything that came out, I put it right back in there. You going back in, all right? So look at that. We got it going right now. It's on extreme smoke mode. Check it out. Pretty awesome. So that's going to be the equivalent for the smoke mode that the Pit Boss 1150 has. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. And there we go. We're going to let it get up to temp. That's one thing about this thing. When I was doing the burn-in, it went from 0 to 400 degrees in about 13-14 minutes. That was incredible. You know, the auger's pretty fat on this thing too. So it's pretty awesome. So let's wait. Let's get it up to temp. Let's go ahead and put the brisket in. We'll see you guys here in a bit. The top rack I ended up removing, right, just so that we can make some space for the brisket here. You could put the brisket down here with the rack on top. However, it's gonna make it just a little bit difficult in order for me to go ahead and spritz if I need to. The one thing that you can do too with this thing is that you can pull it out. The only problem is that I really don't feel like, because this thing has a bit of weight to it, there's like this little lip right over here that it goes through. Check it out. You see that? So I really don't feel like messing with it a whole lot. I just took off the top rack just to go ahead and do what I gotta do with it. Alright, so this is pretty weird. Check it out. You hear that? So it looks like under extreme smoke, the fan turns off and on. I think that's to go ahead and produce the most smoke as it possibly can, but it's a little weird. Or maybe it's genius. I don't know yet, but we're gonna go ahead and put the brisket here in a bit. That fan deal is a little bit weird for me, but you know, we have this nice shelf that you can actually use, so that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and put the brisket right in the center. There we go, right here in the middle is fine. And let's go ahead and stick a probe in it. Maybe a little bit deeper, there you go. That should be fine. Now the fan is turning on, I'm assuming because I had the lid open. Interesting. All right guys, we'll be back in a couple hours just to see how it is. All right folks, so it's been about 3.5 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's rendering a decent amount of fat on this end from the injection, I'm assuming. So, I mean, everything looks pretty normal. There is a little bit of fat on the top. You can see that right over here from the injection. But we'll keep it as is. I'll leave it under extreme smoke. Look at that extreme smoke right there, man. We'll leave it under extreme smoke for the next 2 hours, and then we'll go ahead and bump it up to about 250 or so, give or take. We'll see you guys in a bit. So it's been a little over 5, close to 6 hours or so, give or take. Let's go ahead and see how she looks. Very nice color. Got that nice bark. It's already building up. It actually might be ready to wrap. Internal temp is 155, and it's been there for a little bit of time, so you know what? Let's go ahead and do a wrap. I like the color of it, and we should be good to go. We'll see you in a bit. ahead and put this thing at 275. We'll put it 275, and we'll start pulling it once it gets to probe tender. Remember guys, this is a select brisket. It's a lot drier than prime or whatever. Well, since we injected it with tallow, I'm hoping that everything is going to turn out nice and juicy. So that's going to be the experiment for today. All right. We're also going to go ahead and put it to 275 for the time being. Actually, we'll keep it to 250. And we'll go from there, gents. See you in a bit. Alrighty guys, so the internal temperature is about 195. I'm gonna go ahead and start probing at this time because I don't know, I've never done an injection before. Come on, there we go. I've never done an injection before, so I don't know when. It's a little tough right here. See that? It's a little tough. A little bit here. Let's check out the point. Nah, point is good. This is a little tough. So like I was saying guys, I've never done an injection before, so I don't know when this thing is going to be tender. Hopefully, you know, I don't want to go too high like a 210 or 208 or anything like that, because then I'm afraid it's going to dry it out. But this thing still has a bit to go. What does it say here? Yeah, same thing as Recteq, 195. All right, we'll check back at 198 to 200. So the Recteq temp says 202. Let's see what this says. Oh yeah, so much. Oh, okay, my bad. I went through the whole thing. We're gonna have a lot of leakage in that case. This one's fine. Oh yeah, point. Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. That one I punctured a hole through it, so we're gonna get a whole bunch of drippings from that. That's fine. That's fine. This one is way tender. This one's fine. This one's fine. All right, let's go ahead and get it out. It's been resting for about an hour and some change. Can't wait any longer. We're starving in here. I know we're supposed to wait for another hour or so, give or take, but you know what? Starving. It's Christmas. You know how it is, guys. So, but you know, it's rested enough for the touch. It's no problem. Ooh. This is select brisket, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how clean those cuts are. See that? Oh, look at that, guys. Is it recording right here? Look at that. Pull. Oh. Kind of tastes like a prime. It kind of tastes like a prime. I'm not gonna say that it tastes like Wagyu or anything like that. Nah, I'd be lying. But it reminds me of a good prime brisket. Let's get one more cut, guys. You see that? Ooh. That right there, guys. Ooh. Ooh. I repeat. That's a mighty fine brisket right there. It really tastes like a prime. No lie. This brisket was maybe like $41, I think. Oof. Is this thing focusing in here? There you go. Look at that, guys. Look, I'm just squeezing just a dash so that you guys can see. Look at that. Let's try one of those cuts. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of the cut where the point meets the flat. How about you guys? You like that cut? Oh man, look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. I'm not gonna say that it's the juiciest brisket ever, but it's really good. For a cheapo brisket, ain't bad. So there you have it, guys. The injection is pretty good. I think a lot of people make an exaggeration when it comes to injection, making it sound like it's Wagyu brisket or this. No, it makes it better, sure. It makes it far better than what it originally was, but it's nowhere near a Wagyu brisket. To me, it was more of a prime brisket, right? But then again, you gotta understand, you go from a select to a prime grade, you know, just injecting that. So that's pretty awesome. As far as the Recteq goes, my initial impression is that the temperature gets up real quick. It maintains the temperature within about 2 to 3 degrees, give or take, the entire time. My only gripe on the 1250 is the app, right? Sometimes the graph for the meat, you know, on how it registers, you know, while it's cooking and everything, it doesn't register, right? It doesn't register the internal temperature either. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's my gripe on that. Aside from that, I'm gonna continue making new videos, and we're gonna continue the pellet review series here in the near future as well. I wanna say Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy New Year. I appreciate you guys. Within 1 year, we went from 0 subscribers all the way to 1,600 subscribers. I wanna thank everyone, I appreciate it. And anything you guys want us to go ahead and try, be sure to go ahead and leave it in the comments section below. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.